mystery and bringing you gifts like Santa, because in today's video, we're going to talk about Dubai. A city that most of us, you and me, love and want to move to. We love it for its sun, we love it for its beaches, we love it for its cosmopolitan life. I also love it because of its proximity to my family back in India, and a city where most of us possibly see a future. So in today's video, we're going to talk about my top 5 favorite visas, most of which are really new, some of which have actually been started in the last 2 years that you can use to find work in Dubai. So if a life in Dubai has been on your mind, this video is just what you needed. Come along, follow the journey, and let's talk Dubai. My name is Nidhi Nagori and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by, thank you so much for doing so. And if you are a regular viewer, then hey, thanks for spending time with me yet again. I am a finance professional, a digital content creator, and also the CEO and founder of Globaly. At Globaly, our mission is very simple: careers beyond borders. We help you move from anywhere to anywhere. And to make your move abroad easy and seamless, we have a variety of services like job support, direct job placement, filing your visas, getting you PRs, masterclasses, and a variety of other things. All info about Globaly, which is my organization, is down in the description box. Don't forget to check it out. And for now, let's talk Dubai. Just in case you didn't know, I'm on a bit of a Dubai overdrive. I feel like I've been covering this a lot, not because I just want to constantly talk about Dubai, but because there are so many exciting changes coming about in this particular city. Even in the overall UAE, the United Arab Emirates, we see so many interesting changes coming about, most of which pertain to Dubai, that I feel like, of course, it makes it all worth it. So I have 2 amazing videos on Dubai that I've done this year. Would highly recommend you check them out because they still stand valid. I'm going to link them somewhere within the eye for you to check it out. I'll also add a link in the description box. So after watching this video, if you feel like more context, especially related to jobs, then I think you must watch the Dubai jobs video. But do it after you watch this video, only because this is going to give you a lot more insight into what kind of visa you can apply for, just so that you have that idea upfront before going for jobs. Alright, so without much ado, let's talk about my top 5 favorite work visas in Dubai. So first up is a mission visa. This allows foreigners to work for short-term projects, assignments, or even on a trial basis for Dubai companies. Why is this visa important? Now, if you are aware of this, in most South Asian countries and African countries, the wait times for work visa appointments have accelerated after the pandemic, with the average reaching anywhere between 3 to 9 months. I mean, just think of it from an employer's perspective. Do they really want to wait for 3 to 9 months for a foreign worker to come in? That's why most countries are now coming up with innovative visas that can allow these local companies to hire foreign workers immediately. So mission visa is supposed to do just that. It can be valid for anywhere between 60 to 90 days, and it can be extended up to 180 days. You can be hired to do a project, you can be hired to do an assignment, or for even a trial job. Also, recently there was a change made in this. Previously, you could only apply for mission visas on UAE mainland, but now it is also possible for UAE employers to apply for it in the trade-free zones like the Dubai Development Authority, the Jebel Ali Free Zone. These can also be applied there. Keep in mind that this comes really soon, and once you have an employer that's willing to hire you, you can always tell them that you don't have to sponsor a full permit, because that involves a lot more legal liability. You can first do a mission visa for me, and that way they can also try you, you can also try them, and if everything goes well, then they can apply for your residence permit, which can be a full-fledged permit to then live and work in UAE. So while I love the concept of mission visa, there are 2 caveats. One, it is short-term, and second, it has to be applied by the employer. So let's talk about some other visas which you can apply yourself, which brings me to my visa number 2, the Jobseeker Visa. And to understand more, let's go on to the UAE government's portal. So here I am. This is the Jobseeker Visit Visa, and it can be valid for anywhere between 2, 3, or 4 months. Let's quickly look at the eligibility criteria. You must be in one of the shortest skill levels, so like the 1st, 2nd, or the 3rd skill, and these are all given here. You can just go and check it. Or if you're not here, then you must be a graduate from the best 500 universities in the world according to the Ministry of Education. Of course, it's 500, so it's a big list. You must have done your bachelor's within the last 2 years if you are applying through this route. Of course, you must have a bachelor's degree and you must have a financial guarantee. And in terms of what you need, very simple: colored photo, passport, and just your qualification certificate that's attested. That's it. If you have all of this, you can then apply for a Jobseeker Visa. You can clearly see how easy it is and how easy the government of UAE has made it for you to apply for a Jobseeker Visa. A Jobseeker Visa very simply, if you don't know, is just a visa to be able to look for a job. I always say that getting the visa out of the way is probably one of the biggest things you need to do right now if you're looking to move abroad. Because getting a job depends on two things, employer and government. And getting a visa clears you from the government end. Then the employer also has faith that, nothing can go wrong, there is no scope of visa rejection and all of that. So this is definitely a good visa to consider. Either if you are in these jobs, then you can go and check this link, or if you are a graduate with 2 years of experience and if you have graduated from the best 500 universities in the world. Now, what if Jobseeker Visa is not for you? What if you're looking for something more long-term? Then the next two visas are definitely for you. Let's talk about the first one, which is Blue Visa. It's quite a unique visa and severely underutilized. It is for people who are interested in climate change though. If you know, then Dubai is really heading and gearing for a green economy. COP28 is also a result of that. So that is why they have a Blue Visa, which is a 10-year residence visa for individuals who have made exceptional contribution towards environment protection and sustainability both inside and outside the UAE. So you can actually apply for it if you are working anywhere closely with the environment, climate change and all of that. So basically it will be given to supporters of environmental action, including members of international organizations, companies, associations, NGOs, global award winners, etc. Now keep in mind that this is relatively a new visa, and Blue Visa is, as I would like to say it, an environment version of a Golden Visa, which we're going to talk about right now. I'm sure you've heard a lot about it, but let's take a deep dive into what a Golden Visa looks like. So Golden Visa is UAE's answer to Singapore's PR. It is very much taken, the idea of a Golden Visa is very much taken from what Singapore offers in terms of its PR. And that is why this is also a long-term residence visa that enables foreign talent to live on in Dubai without any sponsorship whatsoever. And this visa can range from anywhere between 5 to 10 years. Now on this visa, you can live, work or study, and you have an entry visa for 6 months with multiple entries to proceed. You also have a long-term renewable residence visa that's valid for 5 to 10 years. You need no sponsor. You can stay outside of the UAE for 6 months or more. You can sponsor your family, your spouse, children, regardless of their age. If you need domestic helpers, then even that. And if something unfortunate were to happen to you, your family members can continue to stay on in UAE until the permit expires if you have a Golden Visa. Now there are quite a few more requirements, like if you invest in public investments, then you can apply for this. If you are a real estate investor, then you can apply for this. If you're an entrepreneur, then you can apply for this. If you are in any of this, so like doctors, scientists, creative people, inventors, executives, athletes, all of these people can also apply for it. And if you are in engineering, like IT and stuff, and artificial intelligence, data, AI, all of this, you can also apply for this. If you are in a specialized talent, then you will need a letter of approval for doctors and then a letter of recommendation for other people. There's a whole list of what you will need depending on where you stand. But even if you are an outstanding student, you can still apply for this and move with your family. So that's why I kind of like this. Anybody is able to apply for it as long as you meet the criteria. And what all do you need? The links for all the visas will be up on the screen, so keep taking screenshots and go back to it and read and see where you stand. Now, what if the criteria for a Blue Visa or a Golden Visa is a bit too much for you? What if you are somebody who's just starting out as a freelancer and you want some support and want to apply for a freelance permit? So for people like those, there's also a Freelancer Visa, which is the visa number 5 that I want to recommend. This is basically, it's a duration of 5 years, again, residence permit. You must have a freelance work permit from Ministry of Human Resources and Emiratisation. You must have a bachelor's degree, and there's also an annual income requirement that you must meet. If you don't have any of these, then you must prove how you're going to stay financially solvent throughout your residency in UAE. So even if you don't have any income, even if you're just starting out, as long as you can cover your finances in UAE, you are eligible to apply for the freelancer permit and move. This particular permit can only be applied for when you apply for a green visa. Let's look at this one. It's very similar to a Golden Visa, except that you can do self-sponsorship in this, and it is valid for 5 years. So this is it. Green residence for freelancers, which is self-employment, or for skilled employees. Whatever we discussed remains the same, and you can renew the visa for as long as you want. And lastly, I do want to quickly talk about the Cultural and Talent Accreditation Visa. I know I spoke about 5 visas, but just in case you don't fit any of these, just in case you are an artistic person or a person from culture, media, any of these spaces, then I highly recommend that you check out the Cultural and Talent Accreditation Visa. It is a 10-year visa, much like the Golden Visa, but it is only for people who are artistic or are from culture or media or all of those backgrounds. So in short, wherever you are in your life, Dubai has a work visa for you. If you're just starting out your career, here, there's the Jobseeker Visa along with the Green Visa, which you can also apply as a self-sponsorship. If you're experienced in your field, then you have the Blue Visa and the Golden Visa. And if you are a talented artist, or if you are just a very creative person, whether it's content creator, artist, or whatever you might be in the creative space, then there is the Creative Talent Accreditation Visa. So all in all, Dubai is a favorite for you and for me for quite obvious reasons. Now, if you are looking for job search opportunities, if you're looking for pathways to find jobs, I'm going to link the older videos of Dubai. Check them out. There are so many fellowships and job opportunities that you can apply for. But obviously, knowing which visa status you would go on, knowing if you can do self-sponsorship or not, all of that is also important. So I hope you found this video useful. If you want to see more Dubai content, let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please let me know so that I can curate my content according to what you want to see on this channel. And until I see you again, please take very good care of yourself. Stay safe. Namaste. Filing your visas, getting your PR, and
Sorry.
so all in all, oh no, Steve, just give me like 3 minutes. Okay, bye. I'll come in 3 minutes. I'm literally wrapping it off. This is too much. Dun, 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 dun.